If I had a magical eraser, I would fucking erase this piece of shit from existence. Ah, why, Sony? Why? This is your 100th anniversary celebration. Well, you all owe Disney an apology for saying that Disney is the worst studio to have to celebrate their 100th anniversary, because Sony did it way worse. At least Disney gave us Wish, which you all know my thoughts on it, and I still stand by it. Fuck the haters. Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Stews here, and welcome back to another video. And today, I am here today to do a review. Oh, sorry, scratch that. Not a review, not a rant, but an extreme rant. Or Harold and the Purple Crayon. Oh, sorry, more like Harold and the Vomit Crayon, because this movie makes me want to vomit. Brace yourselves. Blah, 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 blah. Oh man, this goes so much better. So yeah, but actually I'll just call it Harold and the Purple Crayon like throughout the review, not by its mock name that I just gave it. So Harold and the Purple Crayon is an adaptation of a beloved classic children's book, which I personally never read myself, but I do know what the premise is now. Like I kind of know what it's about, and it is directed by Carlos Saldanha, the same director as the first two Ice Age movies. Yeah, well, technically the Ice Age sequels. I don't remember if he directed Ice Age 1, but did he? Let me know. Also, the real duology. And also Ferdinand, and it stars Zachary Levi, Lil Rel Hari, Benjamin Botani, Jermaine Clement, Zoe Deschanel, Tanya Reynolds, Alfred Molina, etc. And so the film tells a story of this boy named Harold who lives in this it lives in the world of book inside the Harold and the Purple Crayon book, alongside the Moose and Porcupine, and he pretty much spends the rest of his life drawing, and he pretty much grows up still doing what he does as a child. And so but one day Harold questions his existence. He wants to know about where he came from. But one day he tried to talk to the narrator. He always hears the narrator's voice, but one day the narrator disappears. But not knowing anything that happened to the narrator, Harold decides to go into the real world in order to learn about himself, about him as a person, and also to find his creator. Yeah, doesn't that sound familiar already to you? Yeah, I'll talk about that later on in the review. So yeah, now, ever since I first heard of this movie, when I searched up the list of upcoming movies, I came across a movie called Harold and the Purple Crayon, and I did that too. I was trying to look for movies to put on my top 5 least anticipated movies 2025 list, and I was actually considering putting this on the list, but then I was like, I don't know anything about this film other than it's animated. I thought it was going to be unfair for me to just put a movie I know nothing about in my least anticipated list just because it's animated. I have to have a better reason on why it's my least anticipated movie of the year. Yeah, like with Despicable Me 4, there's a good reason why it was my number 1 least anticipated movie of the year. Yeah, I was thinking, you know what, I'll find out for myself first on what exactly this movie is. But then back in April 2024, I saw the trailer for this film, and also the poster too. The The poster, I was like, oh boy, this is not gonna be good. Like, what the fuck is this? The whole decision to turn Harold into a grown up, and it was not going to be fully animated, but rather a CG, a live action animation hybrid. What? And then the trailer dropped. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I yeah, I'm sure y'all saw my rant on that trailer. It actually became my second least anticipated movie of the year, second only behind the Despicable Me 4. Yeah, if only I knew what exactly this abomination was, I would have actually put this as my second least anticipated movie of the year. I knew for a fact that this movie was going to be a colossal failure. Yeah, but one thing that kind of worried me was that this movie was going to get unnecessary positive reviews, and that critics are going to be like, "Oh, it's actually surprisingly good. It's just a harmless kids movie, and so we gonna like it." Like, I was worried that this was gonna get a positive rating, but when I saw that this movie had a negative rating, I was like, "Hallelujah, yes!" And they actually agree with me on it. Like, I knew this movie was going to be a colossal failure. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was so overjoyed that everyone hates this movie. Everyone hates this disastrous piece of shit movie. And so last night I saw this movie online. Yeah, of course. Why the fuck would I see this one in the theaters? This movie looked like a straight to DVD film based on the trailer. And by the way, this movie isn't even out here in my country. It comes out on August 31, the same day as the Crow remake, which I am actually seeing. I think the Crow remake looks decent. It looks okay, yeah. I would say that, yeah. I mean, I am gonna watch the Crow remake in theaters, mainly because it's a superhero film, but it looks okay. I will say. I think it's going to be an okay movie. Yeah, you know. But out of the Purple Crayon, also my thoughts on it. It's exactly what I knew it was going to be. Oh my goodness. This movie fucking sucks. Like, what the fuck is happening to family movies these days? Kids movies. Kids, this are better than this. And by the way, I need to get this out of the way. I need to get this out of my chest. To those of you who say, "Oh, Frozen, calm down. This is a kids movie. It's not made for you." Well, I gotta say, fuck off, people. Yeah, like that's no excuse for kids movies to be horrendous. Because kids deserve better. And by the way, kids movies are just movies. They're just movies, okay? I'm a critic. I'm a film critic. I'm a professional critic. So, just please take my criticism seriously. And it's not like I actually just wanted to hate watch this movie. It's not like I was already prejudging this film. I still watched this film with an open mind, and it was exactly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So please stop telling me, "Oh, Frozen, calm down, kids movies. You should be nicer to kids movies." Yeah. I mean, I like what I want. It's just my opinion. And by the way, yeah, these kids certainly deserve better. Oh, what do you recommend them? Disney movies? But Disney movies are woke. Oh, shut up. But like, seriously, if you're gonna make an argument to me, then fuck off, people. So yeah, but yeah, Harold and the Purple Crayon is a movie that kids should not watch at all. Like, you shouldn't watch as well, because this movie's it's for no one. Like, it's absolutely for no one. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, one thing I forgot to mention as well in my intro, my build up to like my thoughts. Sony didn't even market this movie. Although I did see the trailer and the marketing, because I'm like one of those people who actually pays attention to what trailer comes out for new movies and what upcoming movies are there. And if it sounds interesting by a title, I like search more about it. Yeah, but to all those people who just sits there and waits for marketing for a movie and doesn't really research on what new movies come out. Yeah, Sony did a horrendous job marketing this. It's like they really wanted this movie to fail. And yeah, there was a trailer, but no one talked about it. There's another trailer and no one talked about it. I didn't bother talking about it, even though I did see the trailer. And yeah, also one major red flag is that this came out on a week after Deadpool Wolverine, aka the best movie of 2024 so far. Yeah, releasing this a week after Deadpool Wolverine is a massive L. Yeah, a big fat L for Sony, and this is apparently one of their 100th anniversary celebrations. I mean, I already love you, Sony. Sony, I loved you after you made Across the Spider-Verse last year. But I'm sorry, I lost faith in you again. Yeah, because this year is a horrendous year for Sony celebrating their 100th anniversary. And if you say that Disney was the worst studio to celebrate their 100th year anniversary, then please, I implore you, reconsider your opinion. This year, Sony gave us Madam Web, which I do think the hate's a little bit toxic, but I still don't like it myself either. I think I was too generous in my review. If you're wondering what I rate Madam Web, but now it's a 1.5 out of 5. And then there is Taro, which is even worse than Madam Web. I thought Taro was the worst Sony film of the year. Oh, but turns out this is the worst Sony film of the year. Yeah, and maybe even the worst Sony film of this decade. Oh, it's technically second worst. The worst would go to Hotel Transylvania, which is nowadays my worst movie of 2022, by the way. But yeah, and also this is without a doubt the worst live action movie of 2024. Now you might be wondering, is this the worst movie of August 2024? Honestly, it's a bit better than I think Saving Bikini Bottom, the Science Chicks movie, is worse. But the thing is that I did not see this movie in August. In fact, I have never gonna rewatch the movie again. Well, I could be wrong, but yeah, I did not rewatch that film. I watched it on January. But since the movie was not supposed to come out in January, and was supposed to come out in August, I'm actually not sure if I should consider Saving Bikini Bottom as an August movie or not. But if it's an August movie, if Saving Bikini Bottom is an August movie, then Harold and Purple Crayon, you're lucky for not being the worst movie of August. But if I decide to consider Saving Bikini Bottom a January movie, oh man. Yeah, this is the worst one. Holy crap. And yeah, and seriously, what the fuck is wrong with kids movies today? First Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, then Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, then Saving Bikini Bottom, then this, especially Despicable Me 4. And by the way, I'm not gonna stop being that horse on Despicable shit for I don't care what anyone else says. And if you tell me to stop being that horse in it, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to listen to you. Yes, we have Inside Out too, but people are gonna be like, oh, but it's a Pixar movie. I'm sick of all the Pixar praise. Why can't critics like non-Pixar movies and Disney movies? Oh, shut up, y'all. So, what exactly do I hate about Harold and the Purple Crayon, you may ask? A lot. And I mean, a hell lot. This is a movie made for absolutely no one. I mean, essentially, it is supposed to be a baby movie, but even babies would get bored by this. Yeah, both kids and adults will get bored out of their minds watching this piece of shit. This is a boring movie. Yeah, literally little to nothing happens in this film, other than Harold, Moose, and Porcupine hanging out with like this kid and his mother, Mel and Terry. Mel the son and Terry is the mother. Yeah, basically they just hang around New York. They met with stuff. Harold talks to Mel and shows him his crayon. He draws creatures, and they go to places just to mess with their lives. And then at the end of the film, there is a villain who pretty much is just a villain just because the movie needs a villain. It thinks it needs it. It did not need a villain at all. I'll get to the villain part later. I would say that, is there anything I can tolerate about this film? I will say Terry, played by Zoe Deschanel. I think she is a tolerable character. I actually did not mind her, but she's a bland and boring mother. Yeah, yeah, she's such a bore of a character. I mean, but then again, she's kind of harmless. She's just bland, forgettable. And by the way, is there anything positive I can say about this film? Is there anything redeeming about it? Nope, none at all. And I know you're gonna ask me, oh, but Frozen, what about the 2D animation sequence in the beginning? You gotta admit, it's so creative. At least it's at least it's animated. It's hand-drawn animation. We need more like this. Well, I gotta say, this is the worst 2D animation I have ever seen put on film. Like, holy shit, what the fuck were the animators thinking? Like, did you forget that this was a movie, not like a TV show? Because it was animated like a TV show, and holy shit, it just made me want to, brace yourselves. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the 2D animation is horrible. In fact, the shitty 2D animation from the Disney straight to DVD sequels look better than that shitty ass 2D animation sequence. I am not joking you at all. But of course, well, we can all agree that the live action sequences are so much worse. So none of the performances were good in any single way, shape, or form. And Zachary Levi, honestly, I'm done with you. I'm fucking done with Zachary Levi. It's going to take a risk for him to be able to come back to redeem his career. But right now, honestly, I'm feeling done with Zachary Levi. What the fuck happened to the times when you played Shazam, and especially Flynn Rider? Now you're playing shitty roles like first Spike gets Armageddon, and now Harold in the Purple Crayon. This is Zachary Levi at his worst. To those of you who say that Shazam Fury of the Gods is the worst Zachary Levi, then please, I implore you, watch this movie so that you can at least take back everything bad you said about Harold and the Purple Crayon. So yeah, the only people I recommend this movie to is Shazam Fury of the Gods haters. People who say that Shazam Fury of the Gods is the worst Zachary Levi ever. So that you can actually look at this film and see the true worst Zachary Levi film. And at least you can owe Shazam Fury of the Gods an apology, because I love Shazam Fury of the Gods. It's my favorite DCU film, and fuck the haters. Fuck the haters of that film. And yeah, Lil Rel Howery also gives his worst performance. Like, Lil Rel Howery, you're a great comedian. You're one of my favorite black actor comedians. What the fuck happened here? Like, seriously, get back to roles, to great roles like Get Out or Free Guy, not this piece of shit movie. But oh man, Tanya Reynolds is the worst character from Porcupine. Okay, well, I was okay with her being like Porcupine when she was still an animal in the real world. But here in live action, holy shit, she is so insufferable. And honestly, I feel ashamed calling a female character the worst character in the film, but I could not stand Porcupine. First of all, like, Porcupine gets left behind, and she pretty much spends like the vast majority of the film trying to find Harold and Moose, because she apparently gets separated from them. Like, she does nothing. Oh my god, when she talks to other strangers, to real humans, she literally acts so annoying. And then when she's pissed off, she literally hisses at them like shh, like oh my god, shut up. Like, seriously, and oh my god, what the fuck is that makeup and costume design, by the way? Seriously, she does not look attractive at all. Like, holy shit. But then again, no character in this film is attractive by any means, so yeah. And yeah, maybe it is unfair for me to criticize a female character for not being hot, so yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Yeah, and yeah, by the way, the CGI is horrendous, especially when Harold, drawing all that shit. It looks so cheap as hell. And by the way, how the fuck is this movie how the fuck is this a theatrically released movie? Like, I can't imagine this movie actually being viewed on a big screen. Like, how is this movie even going to work? It feels like a freaking straight to DVD or straight to streaming movie. Like, this movie should have gone straight to Netflix because that's what it feels like. Heck, I would rather release Spy Kids Armageddon in theaters than this piece of shit. At least it's an action film, even though the action sucks. This is basically a nothing movie with absolutely no genre besides, live action animation hybrid. But that's not a genre either. Like, there's literally no genre here. Like, the comedy of this film, the non-existent the comedy, like, oh my god. Yes, there are comedic bits where I like looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's actually a comedy. But like, no, it's not funny at all. Like, was that supposed to be a joke? Like, most of the joke was just, drawings, just doing shenanigans. Like there's a scene where this drawing of a bug, like, literally wakes up Terry, and Terry just jumps wide awake when she sees that bug. And not to mention, there was a scene in the film when Terry gets a prank phone call from a bunch of random kids who came out of nowhere, and that kid was like, "Oh, hey, I pooped in my pants." What the fuck? Like, oh my god, seriously, people, stop relying on poop and pee jokes and fart jokes to get your kids to laugh. That is not the kind of joke you should be laughing at. There are animated films where jokes are actually clever. Like, look at Inside Out 2's jokes, for example. The sarcasm joke. Now that is great humor right there. But this movie is basically a perfect example of how not to do humor. Oh, and there is this movie forces in a villain played by Jermaine Clement, who felt like a last minute addition because his character came out as a twist for that because he was such a nice guy at the start. So, and then the third act, it's like, the writers were like, oh, we need a villain. Okay, I mean, we haven't done much with Jermaine Clement's character yet. Arthur is a librarian. So let's make him a twist ball. Let's make him be a villain for absolutely no reason at all. Oh, but you want to know the biggest sin in this movie? The worst thing is that the story fucking rips off Barbie. Yeah, Craig Gerwig's Barbie. Both movies are about the main character from his or her fictional world, Barbie Land and Purple Crayon world from this film, questioning his or her existence and wants to learn the truth about why he or she was made. So the main character goes to the real world to find his or her creator and learns what it means to be in the real world. Isn't that Barbie? And what insult to injury, we got a mother and daughter who freaking rips off Gloria and Sasha. Terry's basically a Gloria ripoff, but she ain't Gloria. Plus, I don't know if I mentioned this before in my videos, but Gloria is my favorite character in Barbie nowadays. And you got Mel, who is basically a gender swap version of Sasha. Like, literally. The only major difference we need to do is, while Barbie does have really deep and mature themes and messages, this film has nothing. There is a theme of, like, when Harold questions his existence and wants to learn about himself. There is a setup for a theme, but turns out there's no message. You're not gonna learn anything from this film. So yeah, so if you want, my best recommendation is to just watch Barbie instead, because at least Barbie told the story better. And so overall, Harold and the Purple Crayon is an absolute atrocity that ruins the source material. Even if I've never read a book myself, or maybe forgot, and turn it into a lifeless and boring schlock that literally has no target audiences and rips off Barbie. This is honestly the worst live-action animation hybrid from Sony. Yes, I would rather watch the live-action Smurfs duology and the Peter Rabbit duology any day over this piece of fucking shit. So yeah, now like what I said, the only people I recommend this to is if you think that Shazam! Fury of the Gods is the worst Zachary Levi movie. So at least you can at least say that Shazam! Fury of the Gods, like, you owe that movie an apology. It's not his worst film. But otherwise, I don't recommend this at all. Not even to kids. Like, watch something better. Like, heck, maybe watch Borderlands. At least Borderlands is PG-13. And I heard people say that it's actually geared towards kids. It actually is suitable for kids. That it's actually watchable for kids. So why not go for that film? And so yeah, so yeah. With that said, I'm going to give Harold and the Purple Crayon Of freaking course, 0 stars out of 5. Fuck this movie. Woo! Woo! Oh, goodness me. Man, what a rant. So yeah, I doubt there will be any other live action movies that will top this as the worst. So also for my extreme rant on Harold and the Purple Crayon, what are your thoughts on the film? But then again, I'm sure you all hate this film. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure no one with a brain would like this because you need to be stupid in order to like this movie. So yeah, comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on the Alien movies, the Alien franchise, not Alien vs Predator duology, leading up to Alien Romulus. Yeah, the first Alien from Ridley Scott is my next review. So yeah, bye guys.